Hey fam, it is your boy Kenny Boulder with another podcast with my fellow co-host OG Sama. How are y'all doing tonight? This is an amazing day, so we're glad to be here. We got some anime to talk at a slice of breadcast.
Yes, this is Slice of Breadcast, the foremost podcast on the internet talking about anime and internet culture named after bread. We're your host. That's Kenny Boulder. I'm Ojisan America, and today we got a banger of an episode talking about the biggest banger of all anime to come out this year. Absolute hype mode. We're talking about 3+1.
Well, we're talking what? Fully what?
We're talking about 3+1 mathematics, also known as the language of the angel. What angels? What you mean? We're talking about Evangelion angels.
Of course, we're gonna talk about Evan fucking Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh my god, get this curse off of here.
Is it finally done? Is it finally done? That's the real question of this, because the movie just came out in Japan, and boy, can I tell you something. I've been seeing what can only be amount to a spoil everything.
No spoilers in this podcast.
Will
when you not do
the
spoilers
history of this entire genre.
Oh, just no fucking spoilers, okay? I know you can read the Japanese. I can't. I gotta wait for like the subtitles or for the dub to come out.
See. You don't even need it. You movie, and even if it's in English and Japanese and Spanish and German, doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to understand what's going on. That's hallmark for Neon Genesis. You don't know what's going on even if you understand what the words are saying that's coming out of their mouth.
You know, I respect the thought, but I think you're wrong actually, because Neon Genesis Evangelion is pretty plot heavy, and if you don't know what the fuck's going on, what they're saying, I mean, they barely explain anything anyway. I mean, you got a point, honestly. I will admit, you got a point, Oji-san, that most of the shit that they post and that they preview is probably stuff that no one's gonna understand, just because it's too big brain for us, small-brained
I would have to say,
consumers.
If only we had some way to scientifically test this over the past few months, maybe as if someone we knew recently was shown the episodes and the whole series, and we could see, did they understand anything? If only. But first, we got to talk about what the folks listening in right now and at home in the future need before they go into 3+1. What it even is. Can you give a synopsis of what these movies even are?
Are you fucking kidding me? You want to go to the synopsis of the Evangelion movies? Okay, boss. All right, let's go. We'll do it real quick. So, and
speed run any percent. What are the movies?
So this is where I'm going to put the spoilers tag. Spoilers for Neon Genesis Evangelion remake movies, or the rebuild movies as they are called. The rebuild movies are originally it was supposed to make a remake of the 90s anime show, okay? So they're called the rebuild because they're rebuilding the whole like thing. I will say the first movie is pretty good because it's a retelling of like the first like 6 or 5 episodes of the TV show. Okay, it's pretty to the point. But then, and there's 4 movies out. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3+1, or whatever the fuck is going on. Like,
we can just call it 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No worries.
So number 1 is basically just a recap with some cool animation, better CGI of the original 3 to 5 episodes. Number 2,
it's a touch-up of the original show.
Exactly, it's a touch-up. Nothing new. Number 2
nothing
is when
substantially new.
Is when they do some weird shit. Okay, they add new characters in. Yeah.
Glasses Girl, right?
Yeah, Glasses Girl, Mari, or whatever the fuck her name is, and they also changed the ending of one of the episodes where Shinji basically commences his third impact in the end of the second movie. Okay.
Yeah, which is essentially a complete 180 from the show, isn't it?
Exactly. And it's a 180 from the show, and I have a theory about all this shit. I've been watching this shit since I was a kid. But anyway, we go to number 3, the third movie, and the third movie is like it's basically just chaos. No explanation. No fucking whatever. The world's ended. We're now in fucking
Yeah.
30 plus years in the future.
It's
Everyone
peak
hates.
Ava.
Literally, yeah, they're like no one knows what the fuck's going on, and all you need to know is that everyone just hates Shinji now. Everyone hates the main character. It's a shit show. Great animation, by the way.
Well,
And
doesn't he
now,
come back to life? He's like, doesn't he come back to life or something at the beginning, as if he miraculously went into a different dimension and suddenly reappeared?
it's complicated, and there's a lot of
Yeah, it
theories
makes no
about this
sense.
OG
But
sign. It makes no
the
sense.
plot.
Shit, I think we lost OG San. OG San is gone. No, his connection is unstable.
Not gone.
Unfortunately.
I'm
All right,
here.
all right, all right.
No,
Keep going, keep going, keep
impact
going.
did not happen. The impact did not happen. No, that's live. The angels are interfering. The angels have the phone box. You can't let them win.
They got you,
Can't
bro.
let them win.
I can hear
But
you
as I
loud clear
was
though.
saying, the plot is essentially the main characters for the last 20 years have been trying to rebuild Earth, have been trying to undo the impacts. Is that
Yeah.
the short and concise plot of whatever there is in number 3?
Yeah. I mean, we can go a little bit more analysis in a second, but anyway, the third one came out in 2012. Okay.
Yep.
So we've waited now for 8+ years. The director, he literally fucked off and he's like, I'm not gonna focus on anime. Anime is lame. And
In the
he made-
meantime, didn't he go and make a Godzilla movie?
He made Shin Godzilla. He made Shin Godzilla 2014.
Yes.
So he literally just like went away on a vacation, make another movie, which is good. Shin Godzilla is a good movie. But he literally just fucked off. And I'll go over and we'll analyze this in a second. But basically, it's taken them almost 8 years to make the fourth and final movie.
So you better expect high quality or
Yeah.
something that is so dwelling on this movie for 8+ years as a creator has the risk of being so high concept and in your own head that no one is going to even understand it, and that's what makes it amazing.
So here's my theory. Here's my whole thoughts about this whole shit show for you, Odin-san.
Yes, give me your full hot take Ava theory analysis.
So I'm gonna say this right now and say that the director, Hideki Anno, he hates Evangelion. He hates it. He
Probably.
fucking he's been like, he's done other shit besides Evangelion, but because of the popularity, because of the fucking waifu fuckboys, because of the hype around this entire fucking genre, this anime, he literally has nothing else besides it. And honestly, maybe it was a good thing that he took a break and did Shin Godzilla, because now people know of him because of that movie. But for the longest time in most of his career, all he's known is for making Evangelion. And I've read a lot about the production of the original series. It was awful. Literally, they were under budget at the very end, and they had no money. And the only reason why it became so popular is because this director, this guy, he was depressed as fuck. He was literally like throwing fucking darts and saying, the world's ending, fuck it, let's just kill everyone. And can you imagine like making your Magnus Opus and all you remembered is for a series of literally about a red hair girl and a blue hair girl, and literally it's just chaos from there. You know what I mean?
Well, they do say chaos is a ladder, but at the creative side, the constraints of the low budget and production schedules surely were necessary to make the show as, I don't want to say innovative, but as well remembered as it is now, because it blows everything else out of the water. You try and find something similar to it, and nothing that comes close to it.
No, absolutely
the
not.
closest would be Darling and the Franks. That would be the closest. No, don't even.
And I will say this is it's unique. Evangelion is unique. The fans are unique. People who watch this shit are not your typical anime fans. They like dark shit. You know what I mean? And obviously, the whole thing about this whole, I want to say it is a curse. And I've seen people talk about this curse, the curse of Evangelion before. That the fame, that the fandom has made us like unbearable. That the waifu wars have lasted for almost 20 plus years of Asuka versus Rei, Misato versus Rei and Asuka, and like imagining being your director and again, all you're known is for this shit. People come up to you and be like at conventions and be like, "Hey, tell me about Asuka and tell me about Rei," and you just be like, "Well, they're fucking 14-year-old girls, lol." It's awful, and I see why it took him so long to make this shit. Cause you know, he probably doesn't give a shit anymore. He probably doesn't give a shit anymore. He probably is like, I just want to get rid of it. I want to get over it. I'm done.
You know who does care is pretty much everyone out there because they're still monetizing it. I just want to give a small tangent to you go to Japan these days, you see right now they have a train line that was
They got the
rebranded.
fucking life-size goddamn thing.
Crazy.
Sorry. Let's see, Evangelion life-size. Like they literally have a life-size
Give
statue.
them some good stuff over there. They got life-size statues.
they
They,
have
routinely have exhibits. They have, as I was saying, the train. They have so many different elements that pop up, completely branded around. So actually, you can go there and find little knickknacks and stores with Ava branding on there.
Yeah. So literally they have a life-size motherfucking thing. And like it is wild. It's fucking wild that all this is happening. Like a life-size thing. And let's see here.
I think the closest in the terms of a production would be Gundam with their life-size models, but not even. I don't think it's even the same extent because this goes so much further than one or two big items. This goes into something that is almost cross-cultural, that goes beyond anime. It's almost just a pillar.
Sorry, chat just
of,
said something. I have no idea what the drop rewards are. It's just there, so my apologies. And welcome to a Slice of Breadcast. Anyway, I want to say this real quick.
Yes, go.
Oji-san made a good point. Like in some places in the country, you'll see like One Piece shit, at like the supermarket. From what I've seen and read, if you go around, you'll see Evangelion everywhere. You'll see fucking Asaka. You'll see fucking Rei. You'll see literally just random Evangelion shit. The fucking giant robot just randomly there. And like, again, this anime is from the 90s, and it's been ingrained with the otaku culture for 20 plus fucking years now. So you have generations of fucking people watching this shit.
The closest is a Gundam. The next closest would be, I think, One Piece.
Yeah.
One Piece even has a no play. If anyone knows, I think no, they have a kabuki play. They have a kabuki play, but they don't have the same cultural pillar. That I think you can go to Japan, and even though most people don't watch anime because it's cartoons and whatnot, it's typically for kids or younger audience. You can still go there, and probably people will be able to say, "Oh yeah, I know Ava," or
I know
Japanese, like,
yeah.
This guy,
and this is why I say it's a curse, because you're the director, you made all this shit, you want to focus on other projects, you want to live your life, and this guy ain't getting any younger. He's like, I think in his 50s, so he wants to move on from it. And I'm hoping that the ending's good. I'm hoping that 4 point whatever is gonna be.
Is it an ending? Is it an ending?
Fuck, man, if it's gonna be
Do you even know?
Shut the fuck up, no spoilers. Anyway, what I'm trying to say though is that when he set out to make Evangelion, the original TV show, he probably wanted to make something amazing, something unique, something interesting, and then the fans loved it. They ate it up. They fucking they made a movie about this called The End of Evangelion, and it was great. Then 10, 15 years later, people were like saying, we didn't give you enough money for the first time. Let's give you a lot of money. Let's let you produce and make something for the movies. And he does. He makes the movie. And then people were like, yo, this is boring. This is the same thing. Like, you're just remaking the whole first movie. And it's like, well, it's a reimagining. It's a rebuild. We're doing the same fucking thing.
That's what you wanted.
That's what you wanted. Exactly.
This whole operation was your idea.
Exactly. This whole operation was your idea. And then the fans lashed out. So he's like, okay, second movie, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to add some maybe new characters, add new boss fights, stuff like that. And then the fans were like, this ain't normal. This ain't the same. We don't want Mari. We want Rei. We want Asaka. We want Masato. Blah 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 blah. And so what I think he did is that he hated the fans. He's like, oh fuck it. If you don't want anything, I made some slight changes. You don't want the same original format? Fuck it. Number third movie, I'm just gonna nuke everything. Fuck it.
Yeah.
All your
Or destroy
characters.
your whole character history, your whole childhood. Oh, burn it all down.
Exactly. He literally took a fucking flamethrower and fucking
He went
destroyed.
Joker.
Yeah, we live in a society. We live in a society, OG-san, and he fucking destroyed everything. Because the fans are like, why isn't Rey being like so cute and wholesome to Shinji? And in the third movie, she says like 4 lines to Shinji. In the third movie with Asako and in Misato, they literally say, "I hate you. Get the fuck out of my face." So,
Well, in the plot that he is responsible for the destruction of the world, which I think if people were projecting themselves onto Shinji is another way of slapping the diehard fan, no, the toxic fans.
100%.
There's good diehard fans, toxic ones. Just slapping
and
them.
I will say this because obviously it's I can rant about this for hours, OG-san. but the point I'm trying to make though is that he basically twisted everyone's expectations and did something completely different. And I think there's 2 camps for sure. There are people who are like me who are like, this is good, I like it, it's different, it's something unique. And there are people who just absolutely hate it. Because they want that fucking original shit. They want the, ooh, Shinji's beloved by all, and he's good the savior, and then, all the waifu shit. So.
Well, not even further. In the third one, they went. I mean, we're doing spoilers, so Kaudu, whatever. He comes back, and they become best buddies. It's a whole shipping war there in its own right. And guess what? Oh, nope. That's pretty much falls on its face. And neither of them are saving the world. In fact, they're creating something even worse. That leads into the 4th movie.
So, exactly. We have the 4th movie. We're going to find what the fuck's happening. I haven't seen it. And again, we're not going to talk about spoilers in this goddamn podcast. But I'm excited for it because I did rewatch literally everything within the past 3 months.
That leads into a question. Do you think people should rewatch the movies?
So, if I want to be completely honest, yes. You should rewatch the movie. It's great animation. It's like high budget shit that you will probably not see in anything else. And for the most part, it is entertaining. Like, yeah, the story's dumb as a fucking brick, but the animation's what makes me keep coming. And I'll admit, like, giant robots are fucking cool, bro.
Are they robot? No, I'm not going to get into that.
Oh my god.
No. The whole there is the whole aspect of the fighting element between the angels, atoms, and the mechas.
The Lilithite, the Adamites.
That is a spectacle. It's always been a spectacle. It's always been a spectacle, and people enjoy that. That's why.
Yeah, and for me, like, I grew up with the shit. Like, I like the characters. Obviously, I know some people were very upset when Netflix brought a new dub version of it on Netflix last year. I didn't care.
We don't talk about Netflix shows. Netflix does not have a good track record.
And I, like, for the most part, like I hope they bring back the original English cast because those actors and actresses have been doing these characters for almost 20 plus years, and
they've probably been bombarded by fans as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know that the voice actor for the English dub, Asuka, like, she loves that shit. She fucking embraced her goddamn character and wear like a fucking dummy plug suit or whatever, or a plug suit.
Yeah, voice actors, they don't typically get seen, so when they have something, it's always good for them to dive into it.
Yeah,
and they get a little bit of appreciation that way, which is nice.
And again, like, the English dub, in my opinion, this is a shit taste here, but I actually like the original dub and all that stuff because it's so cheesy. It's so, it's 90s, and some of them, age and they're still good at the voices, and even 20 plus years later.
So if you were to show the original series to someone brand new, do you show them the dub or do you show them the sub?
Well, I'm gonna, we can go in this war right now, OG-san, but I prefer the dubs just because you can appreciate the animation, my guy.
You don't like reading. Okay, so moving on.
Reading sucks. Reading sucks.
Well, just learn a language.
Boo, boo, boo.
To weebs.
Fuck, you're the weeb here. Goddamn. Oh, just
Nope.
learn
I have
Japanese.
certifications.
Learn
Yeah,
Japanese. Listen.
Nihongo wa Josu desu.
Boo. Dubs are superior. Anyway, what I'm going to try and say right now is that yes, I'm excited for the new movie, and yes, it's going to be a shit show, and we're going to talk about this. And in fact, our podcast revolves us just talking shit about anime, and maybe we'll do a review, maybe we'll talk about a whole in-depth episode. But obviously,
Yes,
today is
audience,
just
let us know. Let us know. Do you want us to do a spoiler-filled review, analysis, breakdown? Do you want us to go even deeper into this? Let us know.
yeah.
As well, let us know your favorite type of bread this week. Last week, garlic bread won. What's the next?
Yeah,
what's the next bread?
garlic bread's superior.
True.
And I'll, you asked me all these questions that you signed. Let me ask you one. Let me ask you the most important question here.
Give me the
Is
question. Let's go.
will the legacy of the rebuild be as significant as the original TV show?
Do you
Go.
want to talk about legacy for
Yes.
its impact on anime, or its impact on culture? Its impact. What do you mean by
Either
legacy?
or. I mean, the legacy of the fucking director. He fucking burned to the ground, and it's like I don't want to be remembered for this shit, but will it outshine the original series? Is what I'm trying to get at.
You know what I gotta say is, typically the remakes, however they're done, even if they are made to completely slap the audience in its face,
Yeah.
they typically don't have as much sway and gravitas as the original. If you look at a different show, something completely different, Legend of Galactic Heroes, the original
yeah.
is still held much higher than the remake. No, I'm correct. I know. So if I'm using that as an example, sure, Sailor Moon, I think the original still holds much higher than any remakes or
Oh, for
redone.
100%, 100%.
Powerpuff Girls, the original still holds a much higher level than the remakes. So I think overall, even if they do something completely crazy in this fourth movie, it's not going to turn the tide. It's just going to be the director giving himself an out, so he doesn't have to come back to this in the future.
Absolutely,
It's still going to be a
100%.
cloud. Still going to be a cloud over his head that brings fabulous wealth to people, a lot of good memories and nostalgia. And at the end of the day, probably these movies are going to be like the Star Wars prequels. People are going to make memes of them. They're going to have fun with them, and any animosity is going to wash away, except for the most diehard people who made this their identity or something.
Oji-san, you have nailed every single thing, and I agree. Is that a lot of these folks? And thanks for the oh my god, we got a follow. Marky D. Thanks for the follow.
Hey.
Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel.
Wonderful. Welcome.
I will absolutely agree with you and say that those people who made this into their identity will continue to do so, and this is why the curse of Evangelion will continue. The fact that these folks are gonna keep embracing this identity. Oh, I'm a Shinji. I love the waifus. Blah blah blah. Like it's gonna be ingrained. It's there. It's been there, and it's all over the fucking country. So, I absolutely agree with you, my guy.
And with that, next time you're in Japan, be sure to pick up your Neon Genesis Evangelion branded toothbrush.
Oh, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna fucking go there. I'm gonna get the toothbrush. I'm gonna get the fucking bread. I'm gonna go to the life size thing. I'm gonna get a T-shirt. I'm gonna be like, okay, let's see what my fucking my Evangelion power meter is, or whatever. My
yes,
FCLC meter, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. My synchronization. That's what it's called. The synchronization.
What I think, if they don't have this, I really hope they do make it. Something like a Gundam or a Gunpla, where there's a lot of customization, and whether you can customize your own Ava. I think that would be really fun.
Nah, dude,
folks.
that doesn't work like that. See, the one thing about Evangelion compared to Gundam is that there is no customization.
No, I guess you could customize a suit based on your mother, but that's a different story.
I mean, yeah, but the point though is that the fandom is purist. Anything you change is fucking ruining the goddamn
Even if you stay
the
the same.
universe, the lore. Exactly, which is fucking crazy. Is that people will go bananas for such little bullshit.
It reminds me of a different type of audience, but that's one we both know, but we're not going to talk about.
Good. We will speak of those who should not be named, Oji-san.
Although I think at the end of the day, everyone's going to still be entertained, have a lot of fun with it. And other than getting to spoilers, I mean, I could extend this by getting to spoilers, but I think we have to. I don't know about you, but I think we're at a dead end almost.
Yeah, no. We can't really talk about something we haven't seen yet. And again, I'm not gonna fucking look at the spoilers, but maybe when we finish it, we'll do a review of the episode and just
Owari,
talk about it.
Owari, Owari,
So,
Owari,
OG
Owari,
Sod, you got any
Owari,
closing
Owari,
remarks here, my guy?
Owari. I did not just spoil it right there. Do I have closing remarks? Well, I think this could potentially be the first of another episode. So, as with any good two-parter, three-parter that takes 8 years to complete, I will say one thing, but I'm going to say half of it and finish it in the next episode. You're going to go watch the Ava movie, or you're going to hear about it. But what you need to remember is these characters, the main characters, they're not here for you. They're here to be punching bags for a intergalactic civilization reformation war. Remember, you know the lore behind it all, so you know what I'm talking about. So you go in there and you see exactly what's happening. But is it the end?
Oh my god. I want to say this.
Yeah.
If we want to compare like the fandom to like any Western equivalent, I want to say it's similar to like the Marvel universe, where they've had a series of movies that have connected with each other for the past 20 plus fucking years. Okay, like you had Iron Man to like fucking all the way to Endgame. Okay, this is what it is for the Neon Genesis Evangelion fans, is that Eva fans have been waiting since 2007 or 8 or whatever when the first movie came out, and they wanted to see where the fucking this ends at this point. Because
Owari.
it has been so fucking long. And the curse has gone for so fucking long. Of the director who's like, I don't know if I should appease the fans, if I should hate the fans, if I want to be creative. And I hope he's creative. I hope he does stuff that he loves and appreciates and he can live with, you know?
You know what
'Cause
we all need to do is merge together as one.
Oh god. Human instrumentality begins. Let's all become fucking Kool-Aid, baby. Or was it? What's that OJ drink? The one that you put in with like the powder?
That's Kool-Aid.
No, that's not Kool-Aid. It's like
Tang?
Tang. That's right. We're all become Tang. Thank you
All
very
become
much.
Tang, become the Tang dynasty revived. That's what Evangelion is all about. You just spoiled
Exactly.
it for everyone. How could you?
Exactly. So, yo, guys, I really appreciate you being here. I'm Kenny Boulder, and this is my co-host.
Oji-san America. Call me Ojiami.
So again, welcome to Slice of Breadcast. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. And again, we make podcasts every Saturday, usually around like 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Today was a bit weird because
if you don't catch it live, be sure to catch it on our YouTube channels for both points of view and different differential edits. So it's a multi-platform experience. And is it a big meta universe point of view type of experience as well? Who knows?
Who knows? Y'all have a great night. Take care again. Thank you so much for your support. And please, always stay bread,
Toast.
right? Toasty. Fuck,
Stay
my bad.
toasty,
Stay
my
toasty,
friends.
y'all. Y'all take care.
Sports Spot out. Peace.